Hello and welcome everyone, I am duckyobrien and today I'll be going over a game called Manifold Garden. Manifold Garden was developed and published by Chyr Studio. It was released onto the Xbox One, the PS4, Nintendo Switch, and the PC. The original PC release date seems to be October 18, 2019 for the Epic Games Store, and then October 20th, 2020 for Steam. The current MSRP is $19.99. A few notes here, a few different release dates, at least for North America. It was released on August 18, 2020 for both the Xbox and the Switch, and then on August 17, 2020 for the PS4. Obviously, the release dates and prices may vary from region to region. Anyways, why don't we get into it? This is a puzzle game, and it's pretty darn good. Let's start a new game. Roughly about 7 levels or so, and each level took me about an hour to complete. So there's a decent amount of content. Now the gimmick or the mechanic is you can change your orientation of the level. Now there's a lot more going on with this game. There's like multicolored cubes that have different colors on each side depending on how you flip the perspective. A lot of like MC Escher-esque kind of drawings. It's incredible. Is it MC Escher? Escher. You catch my drift, alright? Alright. So here we need a yellow cube. Now if you put a cube, this is the red floor, and the cube will only stay on the red floor. So I cannot bring it to other floors. And gravity is active on the floor that you're on, that the cube belongs to. Sorry. I'm a little under the weather, so I hope you'll pardon my lack of clarity sometimes when I'm talking. Alright. Need a red cube now. There's no fall damage, and also the levels repeat pretty infinitely, so it's kind of unique. Alright, show that off soon if I can. Yeah, I'm having a blast with this game. I love puzzle games, and this is a fantastic one. Now, see, this is a pretty unique level, but I'm going to show the solution right now. As you can see, this is the green floor, so I can only move around the green block here. There's no way for me to put the blue block here unless I place the green block there as a shelf, and then I position the blue block right above it. Now the arrows tell you which direction is down for them, so it'll always go down this way, and the green block will always go down this way, which is why it's not moving. Now again, they add more complicated mechanics as you progress in the game. You have these trees here, which will spawn cubes. This color means it's being used, and then you can take this one out if you want. Okay. Now let's see. We gotta put a blue cube over there. Okay, yeah, so the levels repeat endlessly, so you can just, take a leap of faith and kind of position yourself. There we go. So you have to look around your surroundings. It gets a little bit more tricky later on. Alright, yeah, look at this. Alright. You can also run with shift if you want to cover distances a little bit faster. Okay. Again, since the levels repeat endlessly, you do move slowly in the air, so you can just keep pressing forward and you'll just move. Right, so kind of the goal of the game is to beat each level, quote-unquote level, and they have a certain color associated with it, and the end of the level kind of looks like this. So I think there's one for each color in light. But yeah, should roughly take around 7 hours. I'm just projecting an estimation based on my own progress. You may finish it a lot faster if you're really good at puzzle games, or take a little bit longer if you are not. Turning one cube here. Sometimes it's like on top of the tree. Let's see. What is this one for? Sometimes I didn't remember what I was supposed to do. Let's put this one here for now. Even though I take some time to solve it. Ah, yes, this one. Okay. Let's see if I can. There we go. I don't know if this is close enough, but we'll see. It's not. Unfortunate. It's gonna fall down. Might as well redo this. If you mess up, you can re-grab the cube from the tree and it'll just despawn the old one and respawn a new one. Okay. So again, I'm using this purple block as a shelf. Oh, I fell over. So I can kind of put it there and then grab it on this side. Again, there's no fall damage. Okay. Got our first laser. Some swelling music. I think it's pretty neat how the levels kind of just repeat endlessly and you can just fling yourself off and come back to it. There we go. This kind of shows or gives you the idea they can change gravity on a little block. So you just take what you learned and you just kind of do the same thing. The game is very good at giving you like the simplest form of a mechanic and then letting you figure out more advanced applications. There's sometimes where I feel like it is a little bit complicated, but not too much. I didn't really struggle so far. I've only played the first 2 levels, so you know, that's about it, but okay. Oh, I need another block, that's right. So remember, you can respawn blocks. I'm gonna respawn that one. Okay. Kind of, there you go. So if this block wasn't here, this green one will fall down. And to place that block, you need to use both of the red blocks to create kind of like a temporary staircase. Once this is in place, you take this one and put it here. And just keep in mind, usually the solutions are pretty straightforward and simple. So if it's like seems overly complicated, you may be complicating it for yourself. Alright, just one more, I think. I'm currently working on dabbling in game development as well, and the fact that this guy, it seemed like is a solo project and he just worked on it for many years. I'm very impressed at the final product, because game development is not easy. It's a lot easier now thanks to Unreal Engine, but we're like learning how to use it. The tutorials are a bit outdated. And then just making it work, it's pretty hard. So kudos to anyone who's finished the game. I have a lot of respect for that. Alright, let's see, how would I do this? Like this? Is it a little bit too high? Darn it. Alright. There you go. So we'll use that as a kind of a shelf. Keep that block there. And pick it up on this side. Oh, this one, I was able to solve this because of my buddy Cam. Dude, he was just throwing out like a suggestion at a time and freaking he nailed it. His first suggestion every time worked. Oh, what a genius. He doesn't even play puzzle games and he's just like, why don't you try this? I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh my god, it worked. This one was one of the more harder puzzles that you kind of have to figure out, so I'm gonna see if I can do it. I don't remember how I did it because I'm getting old. Boomer memory. I'm not like that old, but I am getting old. I'm getting pretty old. Okay. So my idea, Cam's idea, was to trap it. Like, that's brilliant, dude. That is freaking genius. Wait, Is this how I did it? I think it was like this. Hold on. I think it was sort of like that. Can I just like slide it on in? Perfect. Now, voila, I'm upside down. I can... Whoa, what's this here? Seems to be a red block. That glass sound makes me a little bit paranoid. At one time, it will break and I'll just be falling aimlessly. That sound when it hits the staircase is satisfying. Okay. Take this cube, and then we go to the area that is blinking. So let's see. I was a little bit lost the first time because I'm like, where do I take this cube? So I took it through a door and it was the wrong area. Just reset it. Just look for the targeted area. It's trippy here. Hold E or left click to proceed. And that is the first level. It took me an hour the first time through, roughly an hour per level. I'll show off a little bit of this one, and then we will call it there, because I don't want to spoil any more of this game. For a puzzle game, solving the puzzle is the main point, and if you see the solutions, then, you know, it takes a little bit of the fun out of it. Or actually, all the fun, I would say. It's trippy as heck. I just have to say the puzzles are pretty well designed and a little bit mind-bending. So I'm like, I'm not gonna climb the stairs, so I just jumped. I'm too lazy for that. Get out of here. Oh, there was a secret area there? Did I miss that? Hold up, hold up. That's what I get for rushing. What is this I see? An area that I haven't seen before, is it? A shortcut to the top? But why would I need this? I'm intrigued. You have piqued my curiosity, good sir. This is where I came from. yeah. Okay. Interesting. Anyways, we will continue on. Just remember, you can pretty much go anywhere you want. You have no fall damage. The levels repeat endlessly, so it's not like you can do something wrong, you know? Oh, that sound. It's lovely. It's like ASMR. Oh, I came out too early? Yeah, the architecture is a little bit confusing because, you know, I keep going up to put the block in and it's on the same level somehow. I'm like, how? How does this work? Okay, you see? And I keep going up the stairs and somehow I end up over there. I'm like, what is this madness? It's just a witchcraft. The heck? That's where I came from? I'm confused, but it's okay. I solved it. That's all that matters. Okay. Oh, one more. Oh. Come here, you cube. Oh, trippy. This one I liked. So this level is designed where if you're tackling it from outside this doorway, you can't solve it. But if you look, you see there's a switch there, so you kind of want to go there. But the answer is to kind of like yeet yourself from this place. It's kind of the only way you're gonna get to the other side. Oh man, I love the level design. They introduced these walls, which activate and deactivate once you place a cube on it. So you'll see, again, they showed you the most basic form. You put a cube on the switch, a wall appears, and now we're looking at new applications. There's an area where I need to put a cube here. It puts a lovely highlight or shadow of where it's going to drop for you to make it convenient. You place it there, take this off, it drops there, you place this back on, the door opens, we have a bridge and we can walk across. It's quite lovely. Now again, there are more mechanics coming in later levels. They're gonna make it a bit more challenging, change things up, and it's an overall lovely puzzle solving experience. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here, otherwise I'm just gonna keep playing the game. Yeah. Let's do that. Manifold Garden is the game, developed and published by Chyr Studio, out now for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, and the PC. The MSRP is around $19.99. And so there you have it, folks. Hopefully this gave you an idea what the game is like. and hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you have any questions, comments, things you would like to see or for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there, and catch you guys next time.